Welcome to Sasquatch Off-Road in springtime in the mountains of northern Utah. We're up near where we always end up going, where we get a lot of sighting locations. We're going to take you, if we can get there. We got some good snowpack and some good snowdrift still. We're going to a crash site of a C-46 cargo airplane. Happened January 7th, 1953. It was carrying a load of Korean war vets that were heading home. They had left Seattle and their final destination was Fort Jackson. They're going to stop in Cheyenne to refuel, but around Malad, that was the last contact that they had from him, and they went to go turn back and they didn't hear from him again. They had some medics parachute in and discovered that all passengers and crew had perished in the crash. We'll take you along so we can get there. We may not end up being able to get there, but we'll go on the hunt for this crash site and the hunt for Sasquatch. So, been driving for probably about an hour, and the weather is just getting worse. And the snow is getting deeper. And we're still probably about 2 miles away from where the crash site is. And even with the weather getting as bad as it is, it's not going to be smart just to hang around and do some Sasquatch stuff. So I'm going to drop down to a lower elevation and got some more stuff planned. Got new winch line from Crawler Offroad. I was going to talk about that a little bit. So I need to spool it up properly. It hasn't been spooled under tension. So we'll go down to a low elevation. I'll tell you about that. And I got a couple other things from Crawler Offroad. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. All right, so on the way out, I was horsing around. Got a little predicament. So, traction board's out. And I think I got it. I can back up out of this, so we'll see. Set you up over here so we can see if I can do it. Well, got that done. We'll just figure out that. Maybe flatten it out a little bit. That way there's not big ruts in the road. Get everything picked up, get everything cleaned up. Yeah, so we came down. Not even 1,000 feet elevation. But maybe that cleared up on the way up. I don't know, wasn't going to chance it. So we're going to head down to where we normally go, Franklin Basin, and show you the winch stuff. Alright, we're down here in Franklin Basin at the entrance in the parking lot. I'm going to go over this winch line from Crawler Offroad. I've got to spool it in on the winch under tension so that way it doesn't bury into itself when you are trying to use it. So we're just going to put the truck in neutral and spool it up. But I ran it on a Harbor Freight winch that has a set screw to hold it in there, to hold the wire cable in, to replace the wire cable. It's got an eyelet, and I just went to the hardware store and got me a screw to hold it in there. It's an eyelet head screw. And one of the good things about these, the Crawler Offroad rope, is it's got this sheath that when you know that you get to this sheath, stop pulling line out. It's a good, I've only got maybe one wrap on the drum right there. So you get this in there, enough on there, you'll know. They've got a lot, Crawler Offroad has a lot of other recovery gear. They got synthetic kinetic ropes, they got synthetic tree savers, the synthetic soft shackles. They've got the recovery rings and tool bags. We just got it in our tool bag the other day. It can hold a lot more, and I've got everything that I take with me anyways is in there. So it's really handy gear for off-road stuff. If you want to, you can use TOP10 to save 10% off of your order. I really like their gear. I like the ropes. We're going to be using a lot more of their stuff, so keep an eye out for any new stuff. Anything that they get, they're going to be putting out a lot of new stuff, so keep an eye out for it. So we're going to tighten this up and run this down. So another nice thing about synthetic winch lines, you don't absolutely have to use gloves. Wire rope, you want to use, well, leather gloves. I wouldn't be using these with wire rope. take the tension off and drive forward until this is on there before I start actually pulling with it. Get that sheath pulled in all the way, and then we'll start using the weight frog to pull this up. Right about it. Tree on that end, so we'll just pull it up. Got about 10 feet left of the cable that we're going to put out, 15 feet. So we're going to roll it in a little bit more, weight of the truck. Well, that's going to be all we have today. Weather's even coming in down here, so we've dropped probably 1,000 feet in elevation from where we were at the beginning of the day. The weather's coming in. We're going to go ahead and pack it up and go. We're going to try again in the summer, or maybe in a couple weeks, to see how the snow gets to get up to that C-46 site. I'd really like to get up there. We're going to try and do more Sasquatch stuff. Haven't been able to. It's kind of hard to do it in the winter. But for next winter, I have a solution for that, so stay tuned for that. You can follow along. Got a couple snowmobiles that we're going to be fixing up to take up next year. So if you've had an encounter of anything paranormal, Sasquatch, Dogman, ghosts, or anything, and you want your story to be told, email us at sasquatchoffroad@yahoo.com, and we'll tell your story. You can stay anonymous. You can come with us. We'll take you. We'll go back up to your sighting encounter. If it's in northern Utah or in our range that we can go, we'll go. And if not, we'll tell your story. Thanks.